Hey,
Oh,
everybody.
hey, it's Tim,
Enjoy.
and we're here talking to you from a very cold, a bitterly cold Colorado. So
Yes.
that's why you don't see us kind of in there with our same backgrounds. Um, and we thought today we would talk about the big news of the day, and which is
Inauguration Day.
it is. So we got number 45 becoming number 47, and it's a huge deal for small business. And that's why we wanted to take a few seconds and talk about that.
Yeah, because things are definitely going to change. And regardless of how you feel about either side, we wanted to talk about small business and AI because things are going to change in the next year, but really in the next 4 years. So we wanted to kind of lay out a roadmap of how we see things unfolding.
Right. And I think the first thing we really got to look at is unlike the previous administration of Trump, this one, he really is embracing big tech. I feel that his first term, he was kind of pushing it away from him. He didn't, he wasn't a big fan of Elon Musk. Um, Zuckerberg from Facebook, he was not a big fan of. Even Bezos, he wasn't a fan of. But I think now he's seeing that tech is a good thing. And I think that's huge for a small business.
And one of the things I was really happy of seeing is that Sam Altman was coming to the inauguration. And the reason why that's important is you have to have someone at the table about AI.
Yeah.
And I think the previous administration was slow to the table, didn't know how to deal with it, didn't want to deal with it, maybe. And I don't even care the reason why. But AI has come on so fast, so strong, that having some of the big players at the table is a smart move.
I think it's a great move. And again, we have to look at it as what we've been talking about for a long time. AI is our ally. It is not our enemy. And when you treat it like an ally, it gives you great results. When you treat it like an enemy, it doesn't give you the results you're looking for. So I think this is a great way to look at that.
Well, and I think we are in an AI race, and we don't see a lot of coverage about that. We don't talk about it a lot. But the conversations that I have is the genie's out of the bottle. It's here. It's not going away. It's getting stronger, more powerful, more knowledgeable. So you have to manage the tool that it is and not to be engaged in managing that tool is a mistake. So I'm really encouraged to see the awareness that we want to we, as in the United States, want to be the leader of AI. We don't want to be dependent on any country, anybody. We set the tone. We set the roadmap. That's the position we want to be. So in that respect, I'm really happy that the new administration, I think, has an understanding of that. And Bezos, Musk, Zuckerberg, Altman, all those players are the right people at the table. So that's a good thing.
I agree. I agree. The other thing that struck me from his address today was he really did want to be a unifier. And that's so, I think, out of character that we are so used to hearing from Trump that he does not, he has an enemies list and he's doing this and he's doing this against. And it struck me that it doesn't matter if you're a red state, a blue state, a red person, a blue person, whatever it is, if you're a small business owner, be a green person. And I'm not saying environmental, I'm saying money. And I think this Trump administration is going to be very, very good for small businesses and startups.
Well, and that's where AI comes into it. AI is the unifier for small business. AI allows you to compete at a level that you're you haven't had access to compete. And Gary Vee says this all the time in his talks. He's been on social media for 20 years. I mean, he has millions of followers on every platform. And what he always says is one good post from somebody who has no followers can compete with him who's been in the industry for 10, 20 years. That's exactly the same as AI. AI allows you to compete at a level you've never had access to before. And what this means with the new administration is the regulations will be not as intense,
Mhm.
and it will free up some of your ability as a small business owner to get AI into the workflow. And that makes everything green.
Makes everything green. And to be honest, as a in the United States, putting America first over everybody else is great for a small business based here in the United States because he's going to lower. I think I'm really interested to see what the Department of Efficiency is going to do. The uh, Swami and Elon Musk, and see how they cut out the red tape. I noticed one of the things that Elon Musk said was how much paperwork it took to start up a new business in the United States, and he goes, "That's so inefficient." And I think that's one of the things I'm looking forward to seeing is how are they going to streamline things to make it easier for the small entrepreneur to get started on a new product, a new offering, where the paperwork prevented them from doing it before. So that's going to be an interesting, fun thing to watch.
Well, and I'd like to see how they can streamline the government with leveraging AI. I mean, how many redundant tasks go on in our United States government that an AI agent could actually handle? I mean, I haven't heard that being talked about at all, but I would hope
Oh,
with
it's going to happen.
with the new administration that that would be something that they could automate some of these tasks that don't require staffing. It can be done by AI agents. And I think that is a whole new opportunity to shrink government, to make it more efficient, and and make government work for the people.
There's so much that a chatbot could do. For example, through the tax process, you have a question about a tax form, a chatbot's going to be able to answer it probably, to be honest, to be better than an IRS agent because it's not going to be biased and it doesn't have to think. It's going to be all about facts. It's all about this statute or this wording or whatever. It's going to make it a lot easier for us to do a lot of things. And that's the same, with the government and in your business. So I'm excited about that too. I think AI is going to be a fun part of the administration. Let's put it that way.
Well, and we want to see one of the things that we want to see change in the next 4 years is the negativity around AI. Some of the names that we've already mentioned are only you only hear the negative aspect of it, and there's so much positive. And I'm not being Pollyanna about it. Of course, any tool has the ability to do evil. A knife can cut food and a knife can cut somebody. But it seems like we're just flooded sometimes with the negativity around AI. And I really hope this year businesses will have an opportunity to take advantage of AI, start using it as the tool that it allows you to use it, and embrace it and get some of this negativity pushed aside so more people will say, well, I really don't have time, but I'm going to make time because it can save me money, because it can give me better data, because I can make better decisions, because it's a tool that's on 24/7 instead of having depend on somebody at a certain time frame. I mean, I really want to see some of the negativity pushed aside. Um, so people will feel more comfortable. And I know people have tried it. And I'm not talking about, trying it. I'm talking about getting it into your workflow of your business. There's a big gap between, oh, I put in a question, I got a response, and using it as a business manager or a business assistant or a finance manager or a finance assistant. There's a huge gap between those two kind of entry level and really leveraging everything that's available.
And I think the key word, as you said it multiple times, it's not an entity, it's a tool. And the tool is here to help you. It's here to save you time. If you're an entrepreneur of our age or older, you should be the one embracing AI more than the young guys and gals because it can cut out a lot of the busy work that it takes to start a business. AI can definitely be your assistant and your confidant and your just your general go to get things done correctly and quickly.
Yes. Well, we wanted to give you our take on Inauguration Day and what's ahead for AI and your business and what you have to look forward to. We're obviously excited about
Yep.
what the next opportunities are that we know about and the opportunities we don't know about. This tool and what is being created around it is mind blowing and exciting at the same time. And I think if we just give the opportunity to use the tool, that our businesses will grow and will make money. And I think we're in a business environment for that to happen.
So if you want to hear more topics, leave your comments below. Reach out to Joy or myself at Jim or Joy at youraiwizards.com and watch out for our blog on Your AI Wizards that goes into a little more about what next 4 years are in the cards. So we will see you next time. Thanks so much for joining us. Have
Bye
a good
bye.
day.